Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone. If this is your first time, then welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today, as you can see in the title, we're going to be talking about the way I keep my camera gear organized. You know, I've spent 10 minutes or more looking for a battery, and then another 5 minutes or more looking for a charger to charge that battery. And by the time I finally found everything, I didn't feel like filming anymore. And then I realized something. The easier it is for me to grab my camera and my gear, the more likely I am to go out and create something. So I decided to build something that solved that problem. And today I'm going to show you how I turned a Husky Toolbox, which is right here, and a 3D printer, which is right there, into what I honestly think is one of the perfect storage systems for all my camera gear. For years, and I'm sure just like you've kept stuff on shelves, you've kept stuff hidden in camera bags. Camera bags are great when you're traveling, but when you're at home, they just become more clutter. Like I've got one laying down here, I got one hanging up there, I got another one back there. So all this stuff is just laying around. I'd have batteries in one bag, lenses in another bag, a drone somewhere else on a shelf being displayed. And every time I wanted to film, I felt like I had to unpack half of my office first. I wanted one central place for everything to stay. It's sturdy, the drawers are smooth, and the butcher block top gives me another workspace where I can put together my cage or my gimbal. Since it's built to hold heavy tools, the camera gear, no problem at all. Every drawer has a purpose, but today we're going to be talking about the very top drawer. That's the widest drawer on this toolbox that I have. And this is where all of my cameras live. I wouldn't say all of my gear because I have a lot of little pieces, you know, base plates and magic arms and stuff like that in other drawers. But this top drawer is where all of my camera gear live. Every camera, my drone, lenses, microphones, filters, batteries, everything I need to reach for every day is in that top drawer. When I open this drawer, I instantly know if something is missing. The way that I have it laid out, and I'll overlay some clips here of it, but it's easy for me to see if something's missing. Or if I just haven't put something up. It might not be missing. It just might not be put up yet. And I instantly know what's not there. You know, nothing gets buried. Nothing's forgotten. Everything has its own place, its own home, if you want to call it that. This is what really makes this setup work. Instead of using foam, now when I first got it, I had some corrugated plastic with some foam on the outside of it that I glued onto it. And I had that separated out, kind of like the Pelican cases, the organizers for the Pelican case. And I liked it. It worked, but it was flimsy. It wasn't really secure. It didn't look really nice because I just built it. I cut it with a box knife. So instead of using foam or something like that, I designed and printed custom organizers with my Bambu PS1 3D printer back there. Each compartment is made specifically for the gear that's going inside of it. My Sony A7C Mark II has its own spot. My Sigma lens has its own spot. My DJI Mini 5 Pro has its own spot. Canon AE1, Pocket 3, action cameras, batteries. All my accessories have their own dedicated spaces. If I buy new gear, I can redesign the insert and print another one. Opening the drawer is incredibly satisfying because every item has its own outline and I instantly know if something's not there. If my camera isn't there, it's probably still on a tripod somewhere or in my bag if I just got home, but I know it's missing. If a battery slot is empty, I know it needs to be charged. It's a simple system, but it saves me every single week. The Bambu Lab P1S, which this is not a sponsored video, I bought that with my own money and the toolbox and everything else, quickly become one of my favorite tools that I've ever spent money on. I originally bought it because I thought 3D printing looked fun. Now I use it for camera accessories, desk organizers, custom holders, and of course these shadow boxes. It's one of those purchases that just keeps paying for itself. I think organization is something creators often overlook. I know I did for years. The less friction there is between me and my camera, the more I'm going to create. Instead of hunting for equipment, I can start filming within minutes. Everything's charged, everything's organized, and everything's just ready to go. Now, I know looking at this drawer, there's a lot of wasted space, but there was a lot of wasted space in my other setup. Yeah, there's some wasted space, but say I buy a new camera, I can move and rearrange this drawer as many times as I need and just create new bins. So this is my camera storage setup. It's a Husky Toolbox. I created all of this with the Bambu Lab P1S and a collection of custom designed shadow boxes. It's made creating content faster, easier, and honestly, it's a lot more enjoyable because I'm not getting frustrated looking for something. So how do you store your camera gear? Let me know down in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, consider subscribing because every week I'm sharing ways to create content easier. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.